Well, good morning. It's Easter Monday. How are you doing on this wonderful Easter Monday morning? It's another beautiful day for us to get together and have some fun. So, what are we doing today? Good morning. How are you, Dawn? Talking to you later today. So, it's Easter Monday. A holiday in some places, and in other places it's not a holiday. It's sometimes a school holiday, and then it's not a business holiday. So here we are on this wonderful, bright, sunny Easter morning. I hope you're doing well, everybody. And how did you greet yourself today? So here you are. You are absolutely wonderful. And this is the greeting to self today. And when we looked out, it's a new beginning in a new time for us all. And it's so really interesting for us to see that. So Dawn said it's a teacher's work day, so I'm able to work from home. Oh, that's nice, Dawn. That's great. So it's a lovely day to come in and listen to some morning blessing and get a little bit of energy into us on a Monday after holiday weekend, Easter Monday, and a new beginning, a new gift, a new day, a new time. So your morning blessings today is going to be about something that I know you appreciate and love. So let us look at what our mantra is today. The mantra is, I am stronger than I think. That's your mantra for today. You are stronger than you think. You're stronger mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially. You're just stronger. Your body feels great. You're ready to start a new day, new energy around the world because of Easter. And it is so powerful that it brings all this nice energy to all of us. So today, as we sit here or listening to me and talking about your morning blessing, let us look at being stronger. Being stronger is when you can stand up on your side, your faith, you stand up on your love for others, you stand up on the things that you do. So morning blessings is coming to you, and I'm going to tell you it's the gift of life. The morning blessing today is the gift of life. That wonderful, amazing life you got a chance to revamp today. This morning you woke up and life was there for you. You had a choice. How did you wake up today? How did you see yourself waking up today? When you woke up, life said, hello, here I am. Let's get this going. And it was up to you to step into life bold and strong and say, yes, life, I am here with you. I want to be here with you. I am there every minute of every hour of the day. So what are you going to do with life? You can feel life, you can listen, or you can enjoy it. So you have some feelings that you can express today about your life. Express them. Express those feelings in the gratitude of being woken up this morning to start again and have a wonderful day. That's what you can do. So you can feel that by saying, yes, I am here and I'm enjoying this wonderful and amazing day. Then the other thing that you can do, which is fabulous, is that you can listen. Listen to what is happening around you. Listen with your heart, listen with your mind, listen with everything in you. Listen with your thoughts and listen with your desires. You can listen. And then you can enjoy life. Life is meant to be given to try to enjoy. There is no reason why we cannot find little pockets of things in life to enjoy. We have to look for them. Because usually the big things that takes it away from us, the joy is overwhelming. It is just heavy, it's strong, and it's just pushing us down. But in between those tiny spots, everybody can find a little bit of joy to take on. It's not easy. It's not going to be something that will just pop up and say, hi, I am your joy for today. No, what pops up is, I am your day for today. This is what pops up to you. Your joy for the day is going to come, but you have to find it. That is why life itself is the first thing you have to acknowledge. Life is the first thing that you have to see when you come on right away. Look at life and say to yourself, it's another day for me to try to do better than I did yesterday. It's another day for me to be the person that I know I have inside of me. It's another day to face those fears and those heavy things that are coming on me. But I know inside of all of them, around all these things that are just weighing us down, there is a little bit of joy. That's hard to find. You have to work on it. You have to listen for it. You have to feel it. And in doing so, that is the only way you're going to be able to match through the others and say, I am getting there. So I'm looking at some of the comments and I look to see, Toy is a teacher. Oh, she said, I look forward to chatting if you let. Yes, Debbie, thank you. So when we're looking at everything that's going on in our lives, we see the big, heavy stuff first. That's what we see. And it's overwhelming, of course, and it's pushing us down and it's keeping us down. We cannot see the tiny little bit of joy. It's like going over, you have a garden that's grown over, and you have a plant you want, and you have to pull all the weeds apart so you can see that tiny plant. This is what your joy is like. In the chaos of the world we live in right now, there's a lot of chaos, but if we shift some of it away, we're going to find that joy. We're going to feel that joy. And we're going to listen to what it is saying, because joy speaks. Joy tells you, no, not now. Joy tells you, behave. And joy says, look at me. I am here. Feed me. Take time with me. Pamper me. Let the other guy do his thing. We cannot always work with everybody. So the gift of life, when you get it first thing in the morning, hi Donato, is the joy. When you step up, you're going to feel the weight of the world on top of you. The first thing, if you turn on your devices, the first thing you're going to get is all what's wrong. Not what's good. All that is wrong. And this is for that reason you have to go in and you must search for joy. Joy is sitting amongst all the weeds of the chaos of the world. It needs you. You have to spread the weeds apart, pull them apart to see the little joy that's sitting there. Then you need to feel it. You need to touch it. You need to give it some love and some care. And then listen. Because the gift of life is not only always about all the wonderful things or all the sad things. It cannot be the one extreme or the other. It has to be in the middle. Somewhere in the middle we find balance. That's why when you look at a scale, it doesn't go like this and it's not balanced. They tell you make it balanced. Acknowledging that yes, it's turmoil, but in that turmoil, there's a little bit of hope. In that turmoil, there's a little bit of joy. In that turmoil, you have to find that joy. So life comes with it. But the masses and the weight of the rest of the world is pouring and covering it. And you are the only one that can feel it. I can't feel your joy for you. I can go and find your joy for you. You have to go and dig it up. You have to pull it out. You have to say, take the weeds away. And even if it's for a moment each day, look for that little bit of joy. There is joy in every minute. There is joy in everything we do, think, say. But it's up to us, because when we start feeling joy, it's almost like your heart will swell. Joy comes hand in hand with gratitude. So something great happened to you, then remember gratitude. Remember to be grateful. Like yesterday when I did my live and Azad came on and all these people came on. It was fabulous, but there was a message. We found out more about Azad. We found out more about a little bit about what's going on in other people's life. And then people made comments that were really, really wonderful. It wasn't a planned live. It was just amusing. It started as a muse. I went out there to muse myself. Not amuse, just to muse, talk about the garden. Because I was alive yesterday. And I am grateful that I had that opportunity to do this. So that's why today I said, bring life. When you step up out of your bed and you see life, take life on. Let life do the wonderful thing that it does for you. And when the weight of the world is coming down on you, you have to stop, take a breath, and let us find the joy. I didn't say find happiness. I said the joy. Joy is tiny, but it needs to be fed. And when your joy is at its highest point, your heart swells. Your heart feels like it's just bursting. The blood flow is just flowing through there. And this is what happens. That is when you can breathe out your gratitude. You can send your gratitude out for every tiny little speck of thing that comes into your life. And that is what joy brings to you. That's what life is really, truly all about. Life is not one extreme of constant happiness or constant sadness. Life comes together and it's up to you to shift both of them and take what you want from it. No one is going to make your life what you want it to be. I have been pushing myself to stop using the word, and I will say it over and over again. No one is going to do for you what you desire in your life. The only person that can shift it to you is you. You can look at it, you can see things going on with it, but in the end, the shifting is you. The choices are yours. The choices don't belong to somebody else. They don't. Somebody can give you an idea. I get inspired by people asking me to do something. I get inspired by a friend saying to go. Actually, a friend told me to go out yesterday and do that live of hi Helen, good morning. And when that friend set out and said to me, you go do this live, I had no idea I would connect with somebody named Azad from Iran who is a Christian. But I listened, and when my friend said that to me, I don't even know where I was. I was in the house anyway. Why don't you go out today and do a live? Just go in the garden and talk about that. And I said, okay. And the next thing I know, you guys who saw that live, saw how it boom, it just opened up. Azad came on, her mom came on. Azad has good English skills. Her mom maybe wasn't so good, but she talked about what it was like just for a minute to be a Christian in that country. How having changed her faith and practiced Christianity, it's frightening, it's devastating, and it's constant maybe having to hide how to pray. So that was a different life. And that we saw yesterday. Whereas we here have that ability to pray where, when, how, and no matter how many different religions we have in this country of ours, we can use it. So that is what I want you guys to say. Embrace life. Yes, there's a lot happening, a lot of mental health issues and emotional health issues. But embrace life and find that tiny little bit of joy. This is a joyous time. This is going to go on until Pentecost Sunday. And then when the Holy Spirit comes on the apostles. So this is a period of joy we're just entering. But life is part of it. And of course, as I said already, we're going to have this heaviness. It's bigger, it's heavier, the world is this, the world is that. You'll hear it from everybody where you go. Friends will call you to tell you this. And it's up to you to, in that weed of all the heaviness of the world, to say, you know what, there is still joy. There is still joy because you can turn around, hi Ali, and you can help somebody else. You can turn around and you can just get it. Because think of joy hiding amongst all these weeds and bramble in your garden. You have to push it away, push the weeds away. And there is that tiny little joy. And if you can just take it and hold it deep inside of you and say, you're going to grow. I'm going to insist that all my energy goes on you. Because all of a sudden, when you push away all these other weeds, the sun will shine on that little joy. It will give it some energy. And that is all we have to keep. So you have to, most importantly, feel the joy. Try to feel it. It's not, if you cannot connect to it, you need to work on it. What brings you joy? This is not happiness. They're two different things. Happiness is a moment in time. I am happy because of. Joy is a consistent thing that just flows inside of you, and no matter what you're doing, this joy just holds you tight and you know you can feel it. It's like a serum, but it never stops flowing. It only stops flowing when you shut that tap. When you close that tap of joy, it's up to you. So rather than look at all the things, we know them already. We know COVID is there. We know we have to do that. It's uncomfortable. It's unbearable. It's having only 4 people for Easter dinner, 2 daughters, my little baby, and the husband. That's it. In compared to 20. But what can we do? This is it. So the joy was in that moment. That little group that was there, that was joyful. And of course, the heaviness is still existing. But we had to move it away to find the joy. And that's what I'm asking you to do. Feel the joy. And then listen. When you get the joy, listen to what your heart is telling you. Like a friend got an inspiration, go do a live. That wasn't kept to themselves. He's go do the live. So I said, fine, why not? So I went out and I did it. And that was such a joyous, joyous afternoon. If you guys can go through that live, check it out. It's 3/4 of the way when Azad came in and we talked about, just what happened in her family a little bit. But it was great. So what I want you to remember today is that no matter what you're going through today, no matter how difficult it is today, you have the life. You have life today and you have a choice to find that joy. And you have a choice to feel that joy. And you have a choice to listen to when that serum of joy starts to flow through you, that you can feel it and you can hear it. You will hear it. It's not gushing, but it's slow. It's not dripping, but it's still slow. It's not like molasses, but it will come, maybe more like an oil. And that's why it makes you feel better. So sending you love and joy on this wonderful Easter Monday morning. I hope you received your nugget, your pearl, or something like that. Whatever you were looking for today, I hope you got it. And that is what is important. So let's see what your comments are so today I don't miss anything. So Dawn is working from home. Nice, Dawn. Talk to you later. Azad showed up. And then looking forward to chatting. Donato came and you waved at hey. And then joy is kind of culture here. We used to be sad. Joy is kind of culture. Here we used to be sad. You're going to get better. Things are going to, we're going to pray it into your life. God is great. Helen, you have there. We smile however our hearts are broken. You'll be okay, Azad. Things will get better. I promise you. We're going to pray it into life. It has to. Sooner or later, this world of ours is going to sing. And that's what I wanted all of you to know today. Because life is something. We have life. And Azad, you smile, but your heart is broken. But you know what that will do for you? That will give you less wrinkles. So look at the joy from that. Your heart is broken and it's up to you to fix it. So in your case, if I go back, I want to go back and read what Azad said. Oh, this is just so amazing. Azad said, joy is kind of culture. Here, we used to be inside. So what she's telling us, the joy is in our culture. In North America, that's where we are. The island where I come from, joy is just bursting all over. Everybody's into the joy thing. Every minute is a joy thing. So joy is kind of culture. Here we are used to being sad. But you know, as I know, you don't have to be sad alone. You have a little bit of joy when you tune in. When you get in here and you listen to this, it gives you a little bit of joy. And that will take you and move you higher. And that is what matters. Then you talked about, you said, what did you say? You said something, you said something, as I said another little thing, a smile. We smile, however, our hearts are broken. You know, I don't know much about you, Azad, but many times in life, our hearts are broken, but we smile because of the people around us. Broken hearts is not only happening in your country. Broken hearts are happening for various other reasons in other countries. That doesn't mean that yours is any smaller and their broken hearts are more broken than yours. But the only thing I can ask you at least know your God. You have your God. You have the person you are believing in. And that is what is important for you. What is more important too, Azad, is that you hold on to that. Hold on to this Easter weekend. Hold on, although it is sad, although you don't have joy in your culture, but you have the ability to come and understand what we mean by joy in our culture, in my culture. Joy is not something that runs around and you take a rope and you lasso it like a cow. Joy is something you need to seek. Joy is something that comes with your faith, hope, and charity. Charity is love. And that is where joy comes from. Joy doesn't come outside of you. Joy is not outside of you. It's not in the element around you. It's not from anybody else. Joy is in this little thing there, this muscle that beats just there. That's where the joy is. And you can make it work. And you can help it. In spite of your situation, you can find this. When I was a girl, I read a book. And that portion stayed with me. There was a king that was going through the forest with all his men, and he came across a woodcutter. And the woodcutter was singing and whistling all over. And the king stopped and said to him, "How can you be so happy? You're whistling and you're singing and you are just a woodcutter." He turned back to the king and he said, "Sire, I am as happy, I am joyful as the day is long. For that, I'm allowed to cut wood. I have a choice to whistle and sing, and then I have a family to go home to." And as everybody knows, I'm an avid reader. So I read that when I was quite young. And a lot of things I quote comes from reading that old books that my dad gave us. So where you are right now, it's okay, because inside of that spot you cannot move. You cannot change where you are now, but you can change how you feel about it. You can change how your heart feels about it. You can say, I met somebody yesterday that said hope is there, joy is there. And share it with your mom. You have joy. Hug your mother. Kiss your mother. Pray for her. Encourage her to know that your sister who passed away is in a better place. At least she's not suffering anymore. So you have a big load to carry, Azad, because I saw your mother's joy yesterday. So bring that back. That smile is okay. The more you smile, the better it will heal your heart. It will put a nice ointment, a soothing ointment on your heart. And by the way, this spice I was talking about was saffron. I'm so sorry I forgot that. So have a wonderful day, everybody, for coming this morning. And Azad, every time you come to my life, you bring something new. You send me to look for something deep, and I do appreciate, and I'm grateful for each and every one of you, and Azad, and Ali, and Helen, and Donato, and Don. Thank you for dropping in this morning. And I'm glad you guys heard this, because it's a nugget, a pearl, or a Canadian diamond. So smile and know that you have one person in your corner, and that is Jesus. So take care, all of you, and have a wonderful, absolutely blessed day. See you tonight at 5 o'clock. For some reason, I have a live with a young lady who's never done a live before. So I'm going to be live with her. But then at 7, I will do my regular live. So if you have a chance, check us out 5 p.m. EST and 7 p.m. EST. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Enjoy your Easter Monday, and look for your tiny bit of joy. You got your nugget, your golden nugget, your pearl, and you got a Canadian diamond. Who is better than you? Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye, guys.